Hello guys, this week I decided to build another 3D printer for my workshop. This one is going to be slightly different from the other printers that I built on this channel because it's going to be small and less power consuming. So to build this printer, I started with the frame. And this frame is made with a 50 by 30 rectangular tube. And the frame is made in two parts. We have the part that carries the z-axis and the part that carries the y-axis, and then later on we'll put the two together to make the machine to be just in two blocks. So after making the frame, I decided now to print all the plastic parts that are going to be made to complete the 3D printer. So to do that, I use my old 3D printer in the workshop. This process took a very long time, so I couldn't film everything. So after all the 3D printed parts are made with the frame also, I coupled it to first of all see how everything will fit together before taking the frame for painting. As you can see right there, everything fits well and nice. All the axes slide without a problem, so we can now take everything for painting. So the frame is already painted and also dried up. So what we have to do now is to reassemble the printer. We do that by starting with the y-axis. So the y-axis is properly installed and slides very well. So now we have to install the z-axis. This assembly process is very fun. I really loved it because it's very easy and enjoyable. When you make your parts correctly, everything just fits in place. So we install the brackets for the motors of the z-axis, and then we install the motors. So we now we are done with the assembly of the z-axis. So it's time for us to now couple the y-axis and the z-axis in one block. This is done, and some other parts of this printer were made off camera. As you can see, we've already installed the motors, we've installed the extruder, we've installed the heat bed, we've installed many other parts of the machine. So what's left for us to do now is to couple the electronics, program it, and then attach it to the printer. As you can see right now, the y-axis moves very smoothly, the x-axis as well. So for the electronics of this machine, we're going to use the RAMs 1.4 and the drivers we have the DVR drivers that we're going to use on this machine to drive the stepper motors. And the machine is going to be, the machine's extruder is going to be in just with, the machine is going to run with just one extruder. And we also have the graphics display coupled. Now we have to assemble the Arduino Mega to the RAM's board. Okay, now that everything is properly assembled, let's couple the printer to the electronics board. We now install the thermistors of the extruder and the heat bed. After all that is done, we now go to the hot end and the heat bed also. So after some thinking, I realized that it was good to relieve the stress from the MOSFET of the RAM's board. So I decided to go in for the external MOSFET to drive my heat bed, so that I don't have some time runaway messages when printing. So everything is properly done. It's time for us to program the Arduino Mega and give the machine some life. To do that, we just have to plug the USB of the Arduino Mega to the computer, and then bring up the Marlin firmware, and then click upload. So that's done. We now have to test the printer by going to the auto homing. So the machine works. Let's now calibrate the Z height for the machine, and then I would say this process is done. And you can see right there, this is my own version of the Prusa i3, since I don't have the exact same parts that I used to make the original Prusa i3 machine. I thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, just give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time on the next one. Goodbye.